Have you ever heard of a town that holds its breath, as if waiting for something unseen to pass? Welcome to Akinima, a place that seems to exist on the edge of a whisper, where every shadow feels a little too long and every silence a little too deep. By day, it might look like any other small, quiet town tucked away from the world. The streets are calm, the air is warm, and life moves at a gentle, unhurried pace. Children play in the dusty lanes, their laughter echoing between the houses. Market stalls buzz with the chatter of neighbors, and the air is thick with the smell of roasting yams and fresh bread. It feels safe, almost idyllic. But don't let the daylight fool you. Beneath the surface, there is a tension that never quite disappears. Because when the sun dips below the horizon and the last rays of light slip away, Akinima transforms into something else entirely. It becomes a place of secrets and fear, where the familiar streets turn strange and every window glows with anxious candlelight. The people of Akinima know the rules, and they follow them with a seriousness that leaves no room for doubt. You must be inside before the first star appears in the sky. No exceptions, no excuses. Lock your doors and bolt your windows. Draw the curtains tight. Make sure no light escapes. They say the night belongs to them, the others, the ones who are not quite alive, the ones who walk but do not live, the ghosts, the restless spirits who wander the streets searching for something lost. This isn't just a story to scare children or keep them in line. It's a warning, passed down through generations. It's a way of surviving the night, a ritual that everyone in Akinima takes seriously, no matter their age. My name is not important. In this story, I am just another visitor, another soul drawn into Akinima's web. What is important is that you listen closely, because what I am about to share could change the way you see the night. I came to Akinima to visit my grandmother, thinking it would be a peaceful holiday, a break from the noise of the city. I was wrong, so very wrong. My grandmother handed me the list of rules on my first day, her hands trembling just a little as she pressed the paper into mine. "Don't ask questions," she warned, her eyes sharp and serious. "Just do as you are told, and you'll be safe." I nodded, trying to hide my curiosity, but inside, questions burned brighter than ever. But I am a curious person, and the more I was told to stay silent, the more I wanted to know. I had to know more. I started to keep a notebook, jotting down every strange thing I saw or heard. I started asking questions, quiet questions, when the sun was high and the shadows were short. I asked the market women, the old men playing cards, the children who seemed to know more than they let on. At first, they would just shake their heads and walk away, their faces closing up like shutters at dusk. But slowly, the stories started to come out, whispered in corners, shared in hurried voices after dark. Stories of the ghostly nights in Akinima, of things seen and heard that could not be explained, of footsteps in the fog and voices on the wind. And now, I'm going to tell them to you. Are you ready? Are you sure? Because once you know the truth about Akinima, you can never unhear it. The change begins slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, as if the town itself is holding its breath. As the afternoon sun turns to a deep blood orange, a strange quiet falls over Akinima. The golden light fades, and with it, the sense of safety that daylight brings. The lively market begins to pack up. Stalls that buzzed with chatter and laughter just moments ago are now being dismantled in haste. People start walking faster, eyes darting towards the sky, as if searching for a sign or a warning in the gathering clouds. The laughter of children dies down, replaced by urgent calls of their mothers. The games end abruptly, and little feet scurry home. It's a race against time. Every step quickens as the last rays of sunlight slip away. You can feel the fear in the air, thick and heavy, settling over the town like a blanket. Doors that were wide open all day are slammed shut, the sound echoing down empty streets. Heavy wooden bolts are slid into place. Locks are checked and double-checked, hands trembling just a little. The town becomes a collection of sealed boxes, each family hidden away, hoping to be forgotten by whatever prowls the night. From inside, the world outside is transformed. Familiar streets become strange and menacing, shadows stretching long and thin. My grandmother would pull the thick curtains shut, her hands steady but her eyes betraying her worry. "You don't want them to see you," she would whisper, voice barely audible, as if afraid the night itself might hear. The world shrinks to the four walls of your house. And then, total silence. Even the smallest sound feels dangerous. It's the most unnerving part. The waiting. The not knowing what might come next. No cars, no music, no voices. The world outside is utterly still, as if time itself has stopped. It's as if the entire world outside your door has ceased to exist, swallowed by the darkness. But you know it hasn't. You can feel the presence of something out there, just beyond the glass. The silence is not empty. It's full of anticipation, full of dread. Every creak and groan of the house makes your heart race. It's the silence before the performance begins. The whole town waits, breath held, for the first sign of movement. The ghostly performance that takes place every night on the empty stage of Akinima, where fear is the only audience and the actors are never seen. Imagine a street with no people, no cars, no movement at all. That's Akinima after dark. The moon casts a pale silvery light on the empty roads. The shadows of the palm trees become long, skeletal fingers. The wind sounds like a lonely sigh, rustling through the leaves. Inside, every family becomes a group of listeners. Your ears strain, trying to catch any sound from the outside world. Every creak of the floorboards makes you jump. The sounds, when they come, are never clear. You might hear a faint weeping sound, or a soft rhythmic tapping. People don't talk about what they hear. The next morning, everyone pretends the night didn't happen. But you can see the shared knowledge in their glances. Every town has its legends. Akinima has more than most. The most famous is the tale of the weeping woman. They say she was a young mother who lost her children by the river. Legend says she walked the paths of Akinima every night, weeping and wailing. They say she still wanders the town after sunset. Her face is a mask of eternal sorrow. The story serves as a powerful warning. Be home before dark, or the weeping woman might take you away. But is it just a story? One old man told me he saw her once. He swore it was real. And looking into his terrified eyes, I almost believed him. If the weeping woman is the town's sorrow, then the shadow man is its terror. This legend is darker, more menacing. The tale speaks of a tall, thin figure, darker than the darkest night. He is often seen on Market Road. He just stands there, watching. Some say he was a traitor who was cheated and murdered. Others believe he is a demon. Unlike the weeping woman, he makes no sound. His presence is his terror. People who claim to have seen him say that you feel his eyes on you. A woman told me her husband had to fetch a midwife one night. He ran down Market Road and froze. Standing under the old clock tower was a figure, a tall, dark silhouette. He turned and ran all the way home. This legend is why no one ventures onto Market Road at night. The Shadow Man is the ultimate boogeyman of Akinima. Faced with such terrifying legends, the people of Akinima have developed their own rituals for protection. The first and most important rule is the lockdown. Being inside a locked house is the primary defense. But physical barriers are not always enough. That's where the salt comes in. Salt is believed to be a powerful purifying agent. Prayers are also a key part of the nightly defense. These rituals are what hold the community together in their shared fear. They provide a sense of control in a situation that feels utterly uncontrollable. They are the weapons the people of Akinima use in their nightly war against the unseen. You might think the children of Akinima live in a constant state of terror, and in some ways they do. But children are resilient. They have turned the nightly lockdown into a game. They call it Last One In. As the sun begins to set, you can hear them daring each other. The game is simple. The children play as usual, but they all keep one eye on the sky. As the light fades, the tension builds. One by one, they lose their nerve and sprint for the safety of their homes. The parents hate the game, of course. The game ends abruptly. The last child has dashed inside, the door slamming shut behind them. The game is a temporary shield, a brief moment of control before the fear takes over. So, what is really happening in Akinima? Are the streets truly patrolled by grieving mothers and faceless shadow demons every night? Skeptics would say it's all a product of an overactive imagination. The weeping is just the wind whistling through the old houses. The tapping is a loose piece of corrugated iron roofing. The silence of Akinima at night is so absolute that your brain starts to play tricks on you. Perhaps the legend of the weeping woman was created to explain the tragic loss of 2 children. Maybe the Shadow Man is just a story born from the natural fear of a dark, empty street. The entire town participates in this shared belief. But then, I think about the things I've experienced myself. I think about the absolute bone-chilling silence, and I am no longer so sure. In the end, it doesn't really matter if the ghosts are real or not. Whether the stories whispered in the dark are true, or just the product of overactive imaginations, is almost beside the point. What is real is the fear. The way it creeps into your bones, making your heart race at every creak and shadow, is undeniable. The fear is a living, breathing entity in Akinima. It moves through the fog, it lingers in the silence, and it settles over the rooftops like a heavy blanket. It dictates the rhythm of life, it shapes the community, and it haunts the dreams of every man, woman, and child. Even the youngest children know to hush their voices after dark, and the elders tell cautionary tales with trembling hands. The fear has built the walls, bolted the doors, and salted the windows. Every ritual, every precaution, is a testament to the power of what cannot be seen. The town is trapped, not by ghosts, but by its own terror. The darkness outside is nothing compared to the darkness that grows within. The sun will rise tomorrow. Light will spill over the rooftops, chasing away the shadows, if only for a little while. The people of Akinima will emerge from their homes, blinking in the morning light. They will greet each other with cautious smiles, grateful for another day. They will sweep the salt from their doorsteps, unbolt their doors, and pretend that the night was just a bad dream. But the memory of the darkness lingers in every glance and every gesture. But it's a fragile normality. Beneath the surface, the fear never truly leaves. Everyone knows that the day is just a brief intermission. The hours of sunlight are borrowed time, a pause before the inevitable return of night. The real show begins again at sunset. As the sky darkens, the old routines return, and the cycle of fear starts anew. I will be leaving Akinima soon. My bags are packed, and my heart is heavy with memories I can't quite explain. But I know that a part of Akinima will stay with me. The echoes of its stories will follow me wherever I go. The stories of the Weeping Woman and the Shadow Man will be more than just legends to me. They will be warnings and reminders of the power of belief. They will be a reminder of a place where the night is king, and where fear rules with an invisible hand. The mystery of Akinima remains. Its secrets are woven into the mist and the silence, waiting for the next curious soul. Is it a town haunted by restless spirits, or is it a town haunted by its own mind? Perhaps the truth is somewhere in between, shifting with every retelling. The only thing that is certain is that when the sun goes down tonight, the streets of Akinima will be empty again. The silence will return, thick and expectant, and the whole town will hold its breath and listen, waiting for the night to pass, and for the dawn to bring hope once more.